23 is starting now. Rain pretty much tonight. The campground bus just got here where I'm camping. I wish I could have seen them yesterday. And we're going to make the best of it. A lot of climb today. This is a tough day. Rain, climbs. My hands are wet, and sometimes when I touch the camera, it's not working. So bear with me here. This might be a short day in videoing, but maybe the weather will break. Who knows? We'll see. So day 23 starts. I camped in an area. There were ticks all over on the outside of my tent until it started raining, and then I got rid of them. And it was a pretty famous local area, so I tried to get away from them and didn't have the best tent site, but I stayed dry last night. Got a good night's sleep, and we're ready to go. All right, let's get it going. So I've been climbing for the last hour and 45 minutes, got to the top, and noticed that it's not raining up here. We're at where all the moisture is, very moist, but the birds are out up here. But the moisture, the rain isn't as hard. And it makes sense. I'm going higher, less rain. As I go lower, more rain. I thought that was pretty cool. So the moisture's, 100%. No, don't get me wrong. But the birds started chirping and everything up here. Listen to them. And they just don't get impacted as much. I think that little box turtle back there was trying to get up here. Said, I'm not staying down in all this rain. I'm going up there where the rain is just humidity. I thought that was pretty cool. All right. Well, you know that theory I just told you about being higher and less rain? Sometimes the brain just thinks a little too much. Because I dropped down in elevation and we're just in between rains. And the birds are chirping down here too. My bad. Reminds me of work. Think of something. Sounds good. Then someone says, you're full of crap. That's all right. That's how you learn. It's 10:20 in the morning. I finished one of my first climbs. And I'm taking a break at this shelter. Just trying to figure out what I want to do. There's 3,000 more feet of climb for the next shelter. That's a little bit too much for me. There's a tent site with about 2,000 more feet of climb. And although I'd love to have the benefits of a shelter like this and not the tent, I think I'm going to push out. With that said, there's no water, so I'm drinking about 2 liters of water at night right now, so I only carry 3. So it gives me a liter for the rest of the day, and yeah, and you're not going to cook out in this, so we'll have tuna for dinner tonight. Let me show you this shelter because it's kind of nice. It's really hard not to just say, screw it and just stay here. The shelter has like 3 steps in. It has a nice place on the front. Oh, I went too fast, sorry. Front, so you got this, you can sit there. You got all this space. I think you just throw your sleeping bag out right there if you want. In here, you got that whole bunk right there. And then you got an upstairs up there. So it's a beautiful, beautiful shelter. And it's, what's it for? It is Bryant Ridge Shelter. So, that's my debate. I could do all this, sit here the rest of the day, and, I'm going to have a little bit of vittles, think about what I'm going to be doing. All right, we'll see you. Isn't this really wild? We're up in the rain clouds. Okay, so I have one more big push over the mountain. After that, I get to the shelter and I'll film from there. But this is what I'm walking in. I thought, since I haven't did it all day, I'd show you kind of what it is. It's not raining right now, but I'm on some flat land before I go climbing. I think I'll be over between 3,000 and 4,000 feet of climb today. It's a short day though. I mean, I'll probably get in before 2, but I'm trading off the shelter and some warmth, not having to set up a tent in rain. I just pray the shelter's not full. This would be the destination from the previous shelter for some people, so I'm really hoping we don't have many. Okay, I gotta put my phone away now. Day 23 ended about 1:30 today. I did I got to the other shelter. I was debating previously, could I make the climb or not? And I made them, and the weather was really bad. There was high grass up to my knees and all, so I was sopping wet. And at 1:30, I looked and saw that there was not going to be a shelter for another 18 miles, or a long ways away. It's more than 10. And I didn't want to set up my tent in this because it's supposed to do this all day tomorrow as well. So I called an audible at 1:30, got off the trail at Cornelius Shelter. I'm the only one here. There's another guy behind me. I'll talk about him in a second. And life is good. So day 23 comes to a close, a short day in mileage, great day in climbing, and I'm happy with my effort, and I think it'll pay off good dues later this week. So I got a full belly. I was able to have my hot stove in here in the shelter, so life's really good. So there's one other guy here. He's tenting behind me. His name is Nope. And Nope is, I believe, 47 years old. And he can't hear. He can hear, but he has limited capacity in hearing. And so he stutters and everything. But anyway, he retired. He had, I think he lives off disability from, I don't think he used proper hearing protection as a blue-collar worker. And between that and Social Security, he lives off those two and just hikes. He doesn't have a home. And he's been doing it since 2017. And it was really weird to talk to someone that just lives on the trails. He's doing the ATC until the the Continental Divide opens. It's too early in the season. And then I said, what do you do in the winters? And he goes to Florida or somewhere in California. So his whole life is that. It's just amazing. I can't even fathom living out on the trail my whole life. But he does, and he has an SD card. He said he has a Samsung, and he has all his movies over there in his tent, and he's just playing. And once he gets talking, he doesn't quit. And I don't know how, when they're deaf, you can't kind of give anything. So kept on standing up, trying to get his attention to okay, let's go back and we've gone over all this. But really interesting guy, very interesting, different life cycle, and oh my gosh, I just can't even believe that kind of life without loved ones around and everything. So, and whether it's his friends or his family, I mean, they must always be really concerned of him. So, it was a nice, neat meeting, Nope, but I just have a hard time. He's done all three, Continental Divide, Pacific Coast Trail, and Appalachian Trail twice, each one twice. And he's on his third Triple Crown. But isn't that amazing? It's just incredible. All right, we'll see you.